Hello everyone. I'm sorry I had to sneeze like 2 seconds ago. Um I'm especially sneezy today. I don't know why. Actually I know why it's the weather. I've been kind of feeling like shit for a while. I've been saying that a lot and apparently now it's me getting a lot of sneezes. Anyway, let's start with the DLC, shall we? Which one I recommended? I already did. I immediately had to sneeze again. I'm so sorry. Like, this is gonna. Sadly, this is gonna be semi consistent. I'm just gonna, like, have to mute myself to sneeze. And if I don't mute myself, I am so sorry. Let's not say the place. Play Pajak. Okay. Overly enthusiastic car game tournament in the Yellow Lily. Yeah, this looks like it was overly enthusiastic, all things considered. Um, like, pretty enthusiastic situation here. Let's see. Yellow Lily car house rules. Broke something, pay for it. Too drunk to play, get out. Lost all your money, game over. Someone cheated, sort it out yourself. The manager accepts no liability if you decide to play against Bill. It's a card game. I'm not entirely sure how it's played. The man is asleep and appears to be completely drunk. Fair. June 8, 1741. It is crucial to our operations in the South Seas to secure trading fortresses in the Lanka archipelago. Regrettably, Lemuria continues to object to it and advises the local rulers against our presence. The Lemurians cannot project their power directly, but they still have the spiritual authority in the Lankan kingdoms, which used to belong to the now crumbled Lemurian Empire. The Lemurian influence on Lanka must be broken. Cooperate with our agents in the region. In particular, Mage, Widower, and Doctor could prove useful. Remember that your reward for a job well done will be enormous. That's the Seven Seas company that the guy in the actual plot was working for. Actually, one of the guys was the president, now that I think about it. Oh god, my nose again. Again, I am so sorry that I have to mute myself so much. Like, it's gonna be annoying, but it's better than hearing me sneeze, I promise. When drawing lots for match pairings, arrange it so the newcomers play against the best player here. He wants to test his skills. An almost empty flask of rum, a yellow rosette, a stiletto with a clean blade, and a clean sword. Man is not breathing and has a harpoon sticking out of him. Yeah, you don't say. A huge and bloody mace. A yellow rosette. My strong friend, join me tonight for the Pajak tournament at the Yellow Lily. Bill will be present. So long as he wins, however, he does not become crazed. Please bring Gabriel as a precautionary measure should Bill lose his temper. Oberon. There was an Oberon in the actual plot, wasn't there? Carlos Luna, Oberon yeah, Oberon Geller, that's the guy that gets killed at the very beginning. Like at the very start of the case. Jackson, Andreas Nevi, Ruben Hendricks, Gabriel Hubert, Bill Price, and Severi Kara unranked. Okay. A guitar blade. Man is not breathing. A blue rosette. A sword. Chakram throwing blades. Who are you? Chakra? Chakra Silksong? The man is not breathing. Green dagger. Yellow rosette. Almost empty flask of rum. Oberon wants to embarrass himself again. Round up Sri and Ruben from the ship and meet at the Yellow Lily at around 10. Quartermaster. A clean Navajo knife. Okay. Oh, they. Okay. Man is not breathing and longer appear is stabbed in his bag. You don't say. Have empty flask of rum. Quartermaster, this time I will beat you in Pajak. Get your crew and we shall play in the 8-player tournament of the Yellow Lily, Oberon. A big and slightly bloody knife. A necklace made of human ears. Okay. A loaded pistol. Wait, what did I not check? Oh, the blue rosette. This man is not breathing and clearly has something stuck on his head. Onion knife, a blue rosette, a stiletto with a clean blade, a dagger. What in blazes? They are all dead. Thank you for saving my life, Kansan. Yellow rosette. My dear Subiri, upon my arrival in just a few days, we will depart Jampupur together. While you await me, I beg you continue to apply yourself to your studies. As Lemurians, we may be held in high regard in Lanka, but we must not become careless and besmirch the Kara family name. Father. Are you skilled at Pajak? Test yourself and win money in this grand tournament. June 2nd at sundown at the port in the Yellow Lily. Does have anything? Okay. The animation for like the characters is a lot more smoother. I guess they had time to like, you know, with the DLC and everything, to work on that. Or at least it feels smoother to me. Like this is almost like 3D and the other is very clearly more like it looks more like pixel art. This looks like 3D that they're managed to turn pixel-ish. Does that make sense? I don't know how they call that style when like it's 3D and like I know people call it 2.5D, but I more associate that with traditional like cell shaded 2D rather than pixel art. Anyway, let us leave this unsavory watering hole. You do not appear to have sustained any serious injury, but perhaps a stiff drink will help settle your nerves. A blue rosette. Dr. Oberon and surgeons and hypnotherapists is Island of Lanka. You're a hypnotherapist. Well, I mean, it's the era. An empty pistol, a loaded pistol, a stiletto with a clean blade, and a surgical kit. Okay, that seems to be everything, so... Who killed whom chronologically? Order the project card starting with the strongest and ending with the weakest. And... the identities. Okay, so you're clearly Oberon. You're... let me check the, yeah, you're the Kara name, so you're Subiri Kara. My strong friend. I'm drawing those for match pairings. I'm ready to the newcomer plays against the best player here. Oberon wants to embarrass himself. Round up Sri and Ruben on the ship and meet at the Yellow Lily around the quartermaster. And you're the quartermaster. So you, Bill? Bill Price. Maybe. You're blue. You're yellow, but it seems like they were playing here, perhaps. You're blue and you're yellow, yeah. So we're playing against each other, so that means they were playing here. So if Oberon was also playing and you're also, it's likely that he was playing here then. And Oberon, Carlos Luna. Okay, so that must be you. Oh, with that. Blue, yellow, blue. Oh, so it's okay. You are Carlos Luna. Okay. So you're the one with the correct set of wings. It's not visible here. It's also not visible here. Although, let's see. B wins against B, 2A's wins against... No, C wins against 2A's. And an A wins against B. Can I solve this with this? Centaur. Centaur, Archer, Warren Peasant. Okay, yeah, okay, I understood how it works. So I guess I can figure out who won the other games then. Two boards against clearly these wins. These wins, and these wins, so it's 1 to yellow, 2 to blue. So... you're Lucineve, I assume. And you are Sri Taxon. And here was 1 win to yellow, 2 wins to yellow, 1 win to blue. So you're Ruben. Ruben Hendricks. And the last one, Gabriel Hubert. Gabriel? game. This is harder than the main game. You should finish it first, me. Sorry if I'm too smart for you. Okay, this is the part that is gonna be difficult. Who killed whom first? Well, you weren't killed, clearly. You got speared. You got shot. So if the fight stopped, or rather started with Bill, which is the most likely situation, because he probably lost. Yeah, he absolutely lost, like, completely. Then... he has to be the first one who have tried to do anything. By the looks and the positions, this guy killed him with a saber. So that would be... Gabriel. Hoover. That was... well, it's not a saber, it's a rapier. Bill Price. Then he had to have been killed second, like in retaliation. That's with one of the chakrams. And you're the one who has the chakrams. Right? Yeah. So... what? Then you got killed. Probably by this guy. Like, it's a hit to the head. Probably with the mace. Okay. The mace. And then he got hit by that, which means that you probably did it. And that's a harpoon. And then I assume that he shot him. Because he has like the thing at the back. Excellent. Let's see. Maybe. Let's see. Yes, we can. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. The young Lemurian Subiakera, bored of his studies, went down to the Yellow Lily to participate in a Pajak tournament. He played against the skilled but hot-headed quartermaster Bill Price and won. Bill, incredulous that he could have lost to a newcomer, accused Subiria of cheating and tried to take his ear, and in the process just kill a bunch of people because, of course, he did. Well, technically he didn't kill anyone, but he is the reason why a bunch of people ended up dead. Today is the most important day of your life, children. You will meet the Lemurian Saint and other powerful people. Okay. The unfortunate accident at the Raja's court. There's always an incident. I did not expect my first 7 Seas assignment to conclude so shockingly. No wonder these savage countries need to be civilized. Me grabbing this guy and throwing him off a bridge immediately. 7 Seas Company Associate Travel Guide. Navigation. Navigation by star. Once you are facing the North Star, you are facing north. Okay. Navigating by crescent moon. Imagine a line joining the endpoints and down into the horizon. That direction is south. Is that actually how it works? No, sorry, that's my nose. Like, is that actually how it works? See, this is why I mute myself when my nose is stuffy. 7 Seas Company Associate Travel Guide. On the island of Lanka, as with many other former colonies of the Lemurian Empire, the lingua franca is Common Lemurian. This is an example of Common Lemurian script. Note that the honorific master is followed by the surname. For the last century, the island of Lanka had been divided into 3 kingdoms, each named by their ruler's family. They are Jaffna, Gemini, and Vijaya kingdoms. Each kingdom is ruled by a Raja who subjugates the peasantry, enabling the cheap production of cloth, pigments, and spices. Ah, isn't that delightful? A pipe? Okay. Albert, we must strengthen relations with Avaya the Radiant in order to establish a trading outpost in Lanka and bring these 4 locally produced pigments to Europe. Usharik, produced in mines filled with toxic guys. Aphid, gathered from silverback piranha-infested lake. What? Laqua, harvested from the nesting crickets. Sector, gathered from the sector spiders. Our Cultural Tolerance Department has provided a gift, a statue appropriate to these devil-worshipping societies. Find out if they appreciate it. Consider pretending to be a devil worshipper too. 7 Seas Central, often Londonburg. These guys deserved everything that happened to them. Albert, I will not be able to accompany you on your first 7 Seas mission. A pressing matter requires my attention. Ignore whatever rubbish Central Office has suggested. Befriend Putra. He has the Raja's ear. When you arrive, place the gift in the location as instructed on the wrapping paper. It is meant to be a surprise. Boy, my nose. I love dying. It's so pleasant. Oh, identity. Keep your mouth shut, boy. Your father committed a murder and cannot be forgiven. Undoubtedly, His Highness will demand your life. Position your guards outside the Chamber of Trials during the test in the morning. Only my children and the priest must be allowed in there. The priest forbids the presence of any Westerners during the ritual, but we do not wish to insult a man of the 7 Seas Company. Entertain Albert Cloudsley Esquire by showing him the gardeners during the ceremony. Meanwhile, allow nobody to enter the ritual hall except me, my children, the Lemurian delegation, and our noble blade master. Not you. You're Albert. City of threats, Lankan lackey. I am not to blame for my father's deceptions, but perhaps this is the price we pay for our stagnating culture. Damn. I beg you, cease to request that we meet. You know it is unwise. Venerable Jupik's watchful eyes notice everything. He is your father, and you know his character. He will not tolerate such transgression. I am a mere servant and must know my place. I can never be part of the Kara family. Ari. Do not worry, young Lemurian. If it is meant for you to die today, it will be by my hand and swift. I have killed many people for the right and wrong reasons, such is the dharma of the warrior. I don't know, that doesn't feel like the kind of thing you should be, I don't know, bragging about. My tiger, have you found anything that might help me earn my rightful title, that you can be by my side forever? Leave it in the bush by the pyre. That insufferable Putra and his dog search for things regularly, so he must be careful. Your moonlight, and soon your queen. Okay. A bottle of teal substance labeled Aphid ink. I'm not sure what that is. The following people only are allowed in the ritual hall on November 16. During the testing procedure in the morning, the Lemurian priests, the potential heirs. During the ritual of the blade in the evening, the Muriel delegation, the royal family, spy master, and blade master. A bottle of pink substance labeled Sharik ink. Me in the eye, seems. Blue ink. The woman is not breathing. The hall will be unlocked the morning they take the test. When the winner is revealed, we will unlock it again. Even before the ritual, lock yourself inside and set everything up. Remember to prepare the apron for the one who succeeds. The red paint is in the vase. You pick. My tender petal, I spend my nights restlessly thinking about your sweet lips and eyes. Let us meet again at midnight on the 12th of November in the Orchid Garden. There we can have privacy to share love and secrets. Your warrior Yayan. So I suppose that you're Yayan then. You would be the woman that he was talking about. Oh. Dear Daria, I believe I have finally found love after all these years. I wonder if I can leave my servitude and marry this brave fighter. The poor boy will be heartbroken, but he should have understood a long time ago that I have no interest in him. Okay. Well then. A large statue. Did not get precise answers, but this will help. 1. Rotate the line every fourth same color, circle, square. The number of horizontal lines multiplied by 6. 3 is easy, just look carefully. The wooden apron and clothing beneath it have been slashed. There is a mixture of blood and red paint on the wound. A stiff ornamental apron made of wood. The woman has a huge wound across her abdomen beneath an apron, and she is not breathing, clearly. Tomorrow is a big day and my heart trembles with anticipation. If Tisa passes the test, I will not feel I have failed. I will witness his ritual of blade with joy in my heart. For none is braver and wiser and worthier than him to inherit father's responsibilities. If I happen to be picked, I will blow my head in humble appreciation of this great honor. Literally or metaphorically? Like the head blowing. People of Albion. Leaflet 8. Despite their name, the Infernal Guard are dedicated to a noble cause, fighting fire. Ah, so they're firemen. Yelling to clear the way, they hurry to the place of ordeal to do their unenviable job. The guards do not feel fear, and Smirka thinks that would be agony to commoners. They bravely step into the infernal limbo and do their duty. Challenges they face are like lava, and obstacles can be ominous, and during the nights even otherworldly. But inattentiveness is a swift killer. United with bravery, they step into the nightmares. Their burden is monstrous, they often yell commands already fatigued. If accidents can cause such misery, intentional cases are more odious, but the men, unclean and tired, run to the place of terror to face whatever horror awaits them. The best way to learn this language is by looking at the Seven Seas Company gift to the Raja. Okay. You travel from darkness to light, from death to immortality, dear sister. Death is a mere illusion that appears to those who cannot grasp absolute reality. Tomorrow is the great day. The ritual hall will be open and Anula and I will be evaluated. May light guide my sister in the test, for she is worthy of the title. If fate judges me to be the one, then I am ready to undergo the journey through the blade to the sun and back again, claim my birthright. So your name is Anula then. You should be Tisa then. It's the same note as we. That's the same note. Okay. You're magnificent. Some encoded correspondence is being exchanged between someone at the palace and somebody else. I do not like it, and my spies are working overtime to discover who is behind this. I still believe it is safe for your children to undergo the test, and for the chosen one to go through the rites of rebirth. The Lemurian saint confirms that the ritual is the same as when you were sworn in when you came of age. By day's end, you will have your heir, your highness, Master's son. What about blue substance labeled Lackwell ink? Magnificent Raja, I accept your invitation to facilitate the test and the initiation. Our delegation will arrive with the necessary equipment at the start of November. Regarding the Westerners, you already know that we strongly advise against trading with them. They do not understand the importance of Lemurian tradition and their ways are impure. I mean, I wouldn't call them impure per se, but I wouldn't trust them either. For a variety of reasons. For sharing this secret, I will allow your superior to leave, but he must join me on the journey as insurance for your honesty. You are free to leave with your delegation. This brings the expensive gems, a guitar blade. It's the same guitar blade that we had before during the actual case, like Rose had it at one point. Want their life for life, almost radiant and magnificent Raja. Has this information satisfied your needs? Small box filled with incense sticks. So you're also Kara. Where haven't I checked? Oh, this room, okay. A mini kingdom. Jaffna. Yeah, okay. So we found this poem and picture in the palace garbage, September 5th. Picture is the key. It was not hard to decode, but the method is curious. Or yellow in the evenings, do not mourn the color ocelot. Be untamed and forget your worries. To dream on green wilderness, give your guests impulsive gifts, release your inner lion when in doubt. Further sleep is the hardest landing. Beast of honor is a rare sight, disrespect emperor and fell like a leaf. A hunter enjoys the morning sun, eat breakfast, sing poems. Do not trust yourself and trust your instinct. And your last day just roar at the sky. You will be air. Okay. Interesting. A portable black substance labeled Sector Ink. Dear Putra, I did my best to seduce that Lemurian servant girl from the Sukera family so we could obtain successful results for the young prince in the test. Surprisingly, she was not charmed by my advances. I do not know what is wrong with her. So... Sukera then. Royal Blade Master G. Would that make you the person that I'm thinking of? Because, like, he got rejected, the other guy apparently got just fine. Sector Spider, feed only twice a week. Palmarian Scorpion, a quick and painful death. Plain Beetle, the merciful killer like falling asleep. Legion Centipede, after death, victim's body bloats like a balloon in minutes. Nesting Cricket, bites Dobbs' heart quickly. Deadliest arthropods of Lanka. What are you, fucking Australia? Small Spider, a Scorpion, a Beetle, a Cricket, and a Centipede. Seriously though, what the fuck are you, like? Fucking like Horror Australia, which is already bad? Australia, but worse perhaps. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. Let's see. Well, she is talking about a boy. He looks like the youngest person. So... maybe. Yui? Which I guess would make you Putra. Where is it? before the Oh, it's the one that has to. Okay, so that's you pick. Okay, so we're in the mini. So if you're members of the royal family and it's named after the last name. Yergamini, Yergamini, Yergamini. The only other person who gets referred with that last name is a master's son, so I assume it has to be you. And then you're the last name that we have. So you're the Raja. Yaiden is the fair as the Playmaster, and that means that the only other person is... No? Oh wait, no, it's not it's not the kingdom, it's the city. I'm stupid. I thought it was the kingdom and not the city. I'm dumb. And that would be... Okay, so the delegation should be... Well, it has to be... This guy's dad. No, it's Kara. I'm stupid. Riri Kara. And... Since she died in that, like since she died on the thing, and like she had orders to work on that, and the girl there. Okay, and let's see, what the fuck is this? Okay, so there wasn't... They were not so, weren't they? About how this worked? Or am I insane? God, I already forgot. Well... You take the test, and then you get this thing that might or might not kill you, which supposedly it shouldn't, and then it ended up killing someone. So... Yeah, no, this has... Okay. Oh, wait, you two. Here, right, I forgot this. Rotate the line every 4 to the same color, circle, single, square. The number of horizontal lines multiplied by 6. Just look carefully. You say that, but I don't understand shit of what you're telling me. Well, we know that one of them succeeded and one of them failed the test. Anu is the one dead, so by all means, she succeeded. And Tisa failed. The question is, which one of the two is a succeeder one, and which one is a fail? My notes. I'm going to assume bigger number means succeed. Bigger number is succeed, lower number is fail. If not, like I'll change it around. This is not that hard. Okay, that simplified the process. What gift in mouth? Wait. Oh, a large statue with an open mouth, you say? Okay, I have a theory. A game theory. Okay, fight stops her quickly. Yeah, because that looks more like a heart attack than anything else. Under the statue. And that resulted in the death of his sister. There we go, that makes sense. Young Prince Tisa failed to pass the Lemurian test to become an heir, so as advised by a secret correspondent, he took receipt of a bottle containing a deadly insect along with instructions delivered by Albert Cloudsley. Before the ritual, Tisa threw the bottle into the machine and murdered the Lemurian servant Ari. She could not lower Princess Anula and the princess died. So you kill your sister just to become heir. Cool Muddy. Still fucking murder. In the web of the spider. Haha, I thought you could fool me, spider. I captured you, and now you will answer for the death of the princess. Yamadar Elara's son and Havildar Lanja Sinha will hide in the boats and guard the second entrance. Ambush of the spider. Titania Printing House. Front door. Hatch. I will approach the front door with Jemadar Elara Sinha and Havildar Kirthi Bandara. Okay. Master Putrasan, I have already shared my suspicions about the disaster of the Rebirth ritual. He is one of the shareholders of Titania Printing House, but my honor does not allow me to reveal his name. However, he goes by the name of Spider and I plan to meet him at the printing house on November 22nd. Let me settle my private matter with him first, and then he is all yours. Sure. The Putra's son. These are all 5 shareholders of Titania Printing House, rather. All of them are affiliated with the Seven Seas Company. Have a good hunt. I hope you will arrest the bastard. Master of Arkham and Library, Siva Udawata. Albert Cloudsley, place of birth Blackfield, Albion, age 34, height 3 and 7 to 8 hat. Weight at 90 sir, married, 3 children, sent by the Seven Sea Company head office to help establish new trading posts in Lanka. Dangerous and very arrogant, cannot be bothered to learn the basics of common Lemurian to improve his situation here. Unsurprising. Narcissus Montalban, place of birth unknown, age claims to be 1,000 years old, height around 4 1/4 half, weight 200 sir. In his own words, married to alchemy. Natural philosopher, alchemist, and astrologer, banished from the Society of Hermetic Thought for revealing their secrets, claims to be able to switch someone's life off. Several philosophers who had conflicts with him died from unexplained causes, very dangerous. Do you have the idol? Like, I feel like he has the idol. Claude de Vaux, the French. Place of birth, Chateau de Vaux, Aquitaine. Age 38, height 3 1/4 half, weight 70 ser. Widower. Late wives were Savio, Duchess and Countess of Calvados, an Aquitanian marquis. Despite his stature, he is a master swordsman. Has killed at least 7 people in duels and was subsequently banished from Aquitania. Oh boy. Wears expensive clothing, afraid of heights, may attack without provocation, extremely dangerous. Oberon Geller, place of birth, Ship Relentless Harpia, age 42, height 4 half, weight 95 ser, unmarried, has concealed for the last 5 years that he has a Lankan mistress. A surgeon hypnotherapist, probably an agent of the Seven Seas Company, has connections to the underworld and is well respected among pirates for providing medical service to their people. Curious about Lankan and Lemurian culture, a charming charlatan who avoids damaging his own reputation, somewhat dangerous. Ruben Hendricks, place of birth, Landerberg Slums, Albion. Age 55, height 3 3/4 half, weight 80 ser, unmarried, a shipwright and former carpenter on the pirate ship Rabbit Raccoon. That's a name for a pirate ship. Has a wooden leg, pretends to be drunk and quiet when it benefits him, steals and has instigated riots, made a fortune in Pajak, which makes me wonder if he hides cars in his wooden leg, somewhat dangerous. Ah, you thought that these guys would have saved you. No luck for you, Spider. Tonight during the operation, we'll practice a no-Langan code. Imagine what number the picture represents. In the sentence, count to the word matching that number. Follow your order, trust no one except me. A gunpoint, insolence, raspberry. It is hard to understand him, Master. The mask is muffling his voice. We have to get it off to properly interrogate him. He appears to not be our master. We should search him. Okay. That seems to be everything here. Well, that's missing one. At 1 at 12. Okay. Ah, this old Lemurian is impenetrable. My spies report that a young Lemurian, Severi Kera, has arrived in the city. He is the son of Lemurian Prince Yuppie Kera. He probably does not know much about their old culture, but apparently has amazing magic skills. More and more evidence has led me to believe that the Lankan legend about the Fountain of Youth on a secret island and the rumors about the Forbidden Golden Iron refer to the same thing. Lemurians are extremely skeptical about their technological past. The topic is completely taboo in their society, which could be related to the downfall of their empire. They are reluctant to reveal the location of their ancient technologies, but maybe in the future I can acquire some leverage. They have forced my hand with their conservative stubbornness. I will not let these old mystics sabotage the Seven Seas company needs. It is time to invest in some creative research and see if I can find more about their secretive ritual and what makes them tick. What a peculiar principle, life for life. If you do something good or bad to a Lemurian, he's obliged to return the same amount back. It is really that black and white, or is there some diplomatic leeway? November 22nd, Friday. 8 AM, meeting with the nephew of the bookworm. 10 AM, pick up the pistol from the repairman. 2 PM, buy supplies from the boat trip. 6 PM, meeting with the double widower. 8 PM, rehearse the escape plan. This is space? I'm pretty sure escape. This space. Pass. Yeah, no, that makes no sense. I don't think that's a word. 10 PM, meeting with the money bag. 1 AM, meeting with the old butterfly, and 6 AM, meeting with the green boy. The green boy. I'm ready to settle my debt to you. I will arrive on Friday at the time you specified. Please be alone. Common Guards, Cuts and Master Strikes with the Longsword by Paul Weber. Will of the Demon by Isidore Dux. When Crabs Attacked by Jan Visser. Proof of Life After Death by Mahesh. Lemuria Legends by Sean Swindley. 7 Leaves Poetry by Samantha Alfrey. We are commissioning prints of these titles. Master of Library. Palace Gods. Special Gods. Royal Army and Royal Navy. Okay. Britannia Printing House Company logo. That is not breeding. Curved sword with a clean blade. The night during the operation we will practice a non-Lankan code. Imagine what number the pictures represent. In the sentence, count to the word matching that number. Tugar must be always ready to learn. God never curses in front of the commoners. Door of diligence leads to the road of success. Footprints. Seventh, okay. Let's get maximum load for bases. Large cloak. And what appears to be a fake beard. Okay, did I check everything? Yeah. Okay. Let me think about it. I guess... Let's see, someone had to have made this trip here. Here. 4 bases. And every base is 30. I assume. Yeah, no. Every base is 30. Those are 3 bases. At a maximum of 4. So at max, the person who moved from one side to the other had to be 90, sir. Whoever that was wearing a fake beard. Yeah, so they committed the murder of this person. Grab one of those, not a scooter. Now I can't remember the name. These thingies. They were in costume. Came all the way here and they moved to this side. And they have to be less than 30, sir. And apparently this is a 6.5. So you know, with the double widower. Married, 3 children. Double widower. So nephew of the Wogworm, double widower, Moneybag, old butterfly, and green boy. Oh, right, the old butterfly. Here we have a young butterfly. And the spider. One of the shareholders. I mean, he claims that, but he's also too heavy. Like, so if we assume this is the plan, and all of this is for the idol, which is a Lemurian artifact. Okay, I think the spider has to be Oberon. And it makes the most sense. If the young and old spiders are the Keras. And considering what happened in the last chapter, it has to be the rebirth ritual that got screwed. If that's the case, life for life. Wait, I think. You doing this on purpose? I forgot that I got that. So he saved that guy. Like, Oberon orchestrated this entire situation to save Subiri on purpose, knowing what he already knew about his dad being involved with the whole situation, just to know what the rebirth ritual was about. Because of how Lemurians do this exchange thing. Which would mean that he was... Yeah, he probably was involved with the sabotage. And he revealed a secret to save his son's life. Oh, is the okay, yeah, okay. So he probably revealed the location of the golden idol. still need to figure out who's there, but... Double Widower. 1 I am meeting with the bold butterfly. Wait a minute. Are you? Maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure. You're a palace guard. A Havilar. Have any Jambadar, Havila Lanjasinha, Havila Kiti Bandara, so it has to be one of the two. Okay, so it's the other one. Okay, so we still who's everyone here. That's good. Okay, so Jupiter revealed the location of the golden idol just to save his son, but considering Spider had also saved him. That would mean that Kara also, like his father, also revealed the location of the golden idol to him at Titania Press. Him on the 22nd. Arrive on Friday at specified time. Yeah, so I think yeah, Putra's son. What's son? Yeah. The location of the spider. So that means that the plan was to ambush Oberon after meeting at Titania Press. Someone warned him first. As escape plan with body bags on body from with green book. It makes no sense for him to kill Vandara if he's the one who, like, warned him about it. Like... Oh, right, Siva. He was the only one who would have known and actively told him. Makes sense. And then encoded message. So then he forced Yupikera to switch clothing and wear a mask so it's not obvious who he is, which caused him to get caught. As he left through, it had to be that hatch over there. And then Geller left to the other door, and then he killed the Vandara guy. Oh, mistake. Well, that's ridiculous, but okay. The Lemurian priest had a hope to fulfill his honor-bound duty by revealing the location of the Golden Idol to Oberon Geller before allowing Putra's son to ambush and arrest him. But Oberon had been forewarned, so he forced Yupik to exchange clothing at gunpoint and made him wear a mask. While Putra's people were distracted by the mask Yupik, Oberon, disguised as the priest, killed the guard and escaped with the map. Listen, Albert. I hold a proposition of business. Okay. Oh. Well. Now we have to do the Lemurian vampire then. You say that, but like, the last one was the one that it was the most challenging, I would argue. It is too dangerous to approach the island in the storm, most radiant Raja. I am out of time. Hear and obey. That's never a good sign when you just hear and obey, sweetie. The enigmatic expiration in a harmonious island commune. Or commune. Gajan, I entrust you with guarding and ensuring the safety of the Lemurian priest's son Subiri Kera. The old priest shared with me secrets of the Fountain of Youth, but I suspect he may have disclosed more valuable information to his son. My prince, you are alive. It is thanks to karma that we have evaded death and been brought to the same beach. Good. My father is dead, Giant. I am the last of the Gamini family. Now you serve only me as my royal blade master. You must address me as Raja. You're not being crowned yet. Please do not harm us. We barely survived the storm. We are unarmed and come in peace. January 10, 1741. It is day 55 of my imprisonment. We have been at sea for 2 weeks and apparently Monkey Paw Island is within reach. Never trust the Monkey Paw Island. Today the Blade Master G played some pajak with me and shared his stories of conquest. There is something noble about this man. Is that though? Is that really? January 11, 1741. It is day 56 of my imprisonment. We were on course to arrive at the island tomorrow. However, a storm is brewing, so I expect we will be delayed a day or two. Lisa continues to promise me riches in exchange for secrets pertaining to the Fountain of Youth. That's clearly Subirikara. Who are you? Why have you come to our peaceful island? Have you forgotten about the importance of sharing? These poor souls have barely survived the ordeal in the storm. We should welcome them to our village, feed them and tend to their wounds. Well, that's nice of you. Oh, that's fancy. Be respectful, Tisa. In time you will learn our ways. Can you stop pushing this empty cart around and do some real work? Sarna will not be happy if you continue to shirk your duties and you will not get supper. That's kind of rude. You should stop playing. I have to practice our history tiles for Auntie Lavu, or our Auntie Lavu won't be happy with me. I wish I knew how to read so I could order them by their names. Ancestors, Brute, Merge, Dweller, Protection, and Discovers. You don't need to know how to read, silly. Just look at the pictures. They all make sense. Auntie isn't scary compared to Stirna. Stirna told my mom off yesterday and my mom cried. Community, Lemurian, Banished, From, Tower, Sentinel. Thank you for your kind words, but it was a short vote. Sometimes they do weaker, but only because they have the best interests of our commune at heart. Even the senior villagers have to work for their food despite their age, but I haven't seen that old man do anything useful around here. Is he sick? Yes, I did ask Virilis asked and Virilis rather. I did as Virilis asked and brought the repair materials to Vitus' dwelling. But tell me, are those really rubies and sapphires and golden coins that the children are playing with? You mean those shiny bits and pieces? They are scattered around everywhere. Mata told us that the children can play with these trinkets as long as they are big enough so the children cannot choke on them. I mean, that's fair. Sometimes I think that Kula votes against Mongo just to spite him. They really shouldn't drag you into every small decision. They should be trying to reduce your stress. Year 324, 18 males, 25 females, 12 children. A green chip level labeled KS and a yellow chip label KC. A black chip label VM, a white chip label SV, a red chip label LM. I agree with Lavu and vote against as well. We have enough disruption from the people who washed up on shore. We don't need more change. I have enough on my plate with all 3 newcomers being my responsibility. Valley Commune laws. Big decisions are voted on by the whole commune. Smaller decisions are decided or voted on by the council members. If the council vote is tied, whoever is available from the commune joins the vote. Council responsibilities. Guardian of males represents and cares for the males of the commune. Guardian of females represents and cares for the females of the commune. Guardian of agriculture is responsible for hard work and food allocation. Guardian of children is responsible for health and education of all young. I am glad that Satul agreed with me. No good ever comes from pointless no good ever comes from pointless tinkering. We should focus on the stability of our commune and leave things that work well alone. Little commune. 1 1-year-old, 3 3-year-old, 2 5-year-olds, 6 older than 9. Okay. Stop complaining, Virlis. I have more people to take care of than you, and I manage just fine. Let's see, so you're probably Virlis. Alright, if this is a result of the vote, I will stop my experiments with the jams. Terrible experiment. But I still believe I could get something tasty and new in a couple of generations, which would increase variety in our food. Now, can we talk about the issue of the lazy newcomer? So you're Labu then. You were Yaya G, now that I think about it. You're Tisa. KS and KC. Oh. Sorry, I had to blow my nose again. Tomorrow, your incantation expires, Vito. Once you had lived here long enough, you will understand. Sorry, I have to run, Kula. I have to run. Kula gave me a lot of tasks today. I ran across her. Why is a scroll on the wall? Yesterday that wall was clear. January 24, 1741. It is 8:13 on the island. Kruplu was very excited to tell me everything about the purple peas. It is fascinating that with very little tending they provide so much nutrition to everyone in the valley commune. I enjoyed chatting with him because people are somewhat secretive here. Kruplu then. It is 8:14 on the island. January 25, 1741. Okay. It amazes me how harmonious and calm life is in the village. Every adult has to work, no matter their lifespan, but it is not arduous. Perhaps this is how life should always be. Who are these people? They are Lemurians, but I have not heard their dialect anywhere. Locals are enigmatic about their history, but I overheard a child chanting. The Exodus came first, and fighting of a curse, last tragedy dispersed. Okay, and then... Gonna bring that Bulbasaur. Ah. This person is not breathing. The Gana brain god Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. Oh god damn it, it's a fucking golden idol again. Never fucking throws the golden idol. Kula and Mongo. Sure, you're Kula. KS and KC. What are the titles chronologically? the images from tower. Hmm. And it says, okay, that makes sense. Think. Well, I guess I have to. Makes more sense if I try to complete this first, I think. KS and KC. So that has to be you two. The one has to be you and the one has to be... you... What last names do I have that are with this? You know, I think like Stool also, but like, where did I find Stool? Well, let's put Stool for now. I don't remember. Kula votes against Mongo just to spite him. BM, SB, and LM. So probably you and LM. Okay, so it's probably still no. Oh, probably maybe the other way around. Like you're Sarno. Okay, yeah. Okay, so and the Guardians. Well, clearly you're the Guardian of Males. Kula mentioned having more work, so she has to be the Guardian of Females because there's more females on the island. Krupl is the one who does the person in charge of agriculture. So Lavo has to be the one that is the guardian of children. And you were the one. I don't remember. SB. So it's not someone that is on the list of identities. Oh, that's probably the Sutul person. Lighter, I think, is the only one who haven't used. Okay. Threat vanishes, Lemurian ancestor, dweller emerges from tower, sentinel discovers community protection. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's clearly a golden idol. And knowing how they use the golden idol, it was used to reduce level. Also, it was blue, so it has to be a takeaway from someone. Right. Was patient because, according to local tradition, whenever the dweller endangers the community, sentinel goes and vanishes. Dweller to the tower. Or is your incantation expires vital? Okay, so it's the two. Two Vito was designated sentinel for the Monkey Paw Island community. When the time came, in accordance with local tradition, he took up his armor and set forth to the tower. There he met his demise when the golden idol was used on him to reduce his lifespan. I can only assume this is not even the first time that it happens. The two lived like a sentinel and died like a true sentinel. And now I must ask, who is ready to take his place? This is my chance, I must. As the only royal present, it is clear that I should take the title of sentinel. You're going to die. Like you're literally going to die. Hi, golden idol. Real urns. Sorry, I had another fit of sneezing. I'm dying, Squirtle. There's nothing else here? Okay. 17 males, 25 female soul children. The mottos of the Guardians. Guardian of males, protect the weak. Guardian of females, we listen, we plan, we organize. Guardian of agriculture, the diligent shall have full bellies. Guardian... Sorry, I'm dying. Guardian of children, always preserve the ancient practice. I'm starting to think it might be allergies, actually. Yes, enough of this. We must strike and bring down that monster at last. Let's go to war with it. A wooden cube consisted of two parts. I have a bad feeling about this. What if he puts everyone in the village in danger, including the children? My heart says we should preserve our ancient practice. It has never let us down. A necklace made of a few colorful beads. A wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. This is a terrible idea. Violence is never the answer. No wonder Virlis is so keen on it, but we must forget this plan and return to our usual duties. You gave me your word. I have your promise cube half. I have held my end of the bargain and voted against Momgo in the last 3 meetings. I want her. What about wooden cube? Are you sure you can pull this off, Tisa? If you are, let us try it. Wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. Another wooden cube. February 5, 1741. It is day 26 on the island. The council does not take me seriously. I cannot just go and bring down that thing in the tower. I need the community support before I make some changes here. February 6, 1741. It is day 27 on the island. Success! Tisa was very receptive to the idea of us destroying the dweller. His motivation may not be as noble as mine, but I must seize any opportunity. Let us hope we manage to convince the council tomorrow. I am fluent in the secret language of Old Lemurian. The nature of the so-called dweller is clear to me. I will provide the noble Tisa with the right incantations to deal with it. A wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. And another part of a wooden cube, okay. Too long we have lived in fear of our lives. I am your new sentinel and I say that the next time I am summoned to deal with the tower dweller, I will not just banish it but crush it once and for all. Piranhas. Another wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. Then do not do it, beautiful Sahelia. Follow your heart. No one can make you do something that goes against your nature. Another wooden cube. You do not know how horrible it is when all the women in the village hate you. Kula invents new lies about me every day, and I cannot take it anymore. But I have found someone who has agreed to help me out and solve this problem once and for all. Oh, this is already so from last time, I see. Same barrel arms. Always follow your motto. A massive, seemingly immovable stone door. Dare not try, Sentinel. I will peel your flesh until only bones are left. That's not very polite. The window is a simple opening in the wall. Golden ring set with diamonds. A wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. And another part of a wooden cube. This life is more worthy of a prince, and now I have some sweet honey to enjoy with the sweet juice. And tonight I will meet with you at last, my golden-haired beauty. Jars of honey. Big clay jugs filled with some liquid. All of this just to live a fancy life. What a piece of shit. The door is closed with a heavy latch. Dare not try, Sentinel. I will peel your flesh until only bones are left. So the writing here appears on the wall, it seems. This is so technologically advanced. Like, this just reminds me of when I went to have my ID redone because I lost it this one time, and I have to like sign. I had to put my signature, and they just gave us like a digital drawing board to draw it on. Like it literally just looks like that. Literally the same shit. Sahelia, I am glad you have finally agreed to cooperate. I understand that you want to be concealed. Do not worry, I have done as you instructed. The Ian family name will not be tarnished. What a wooden cube. happened last night. I was walking with Kula when suddenly we saw someone run down the stairs from the platform that leads to the tower. I could not see who that was, but they were carrying a sack with something. Stone spear, a wooden cube consisting of 2 parts. It was wise to send you to report this. Find a partner, get 2 spears and stand guard near the tower. If the dweller or someone in league with it can enter a village, we must be aware. There is something strange going on here, but I am sure these extra guardian duties are an overreaction. Nevertheless, we will have to go along with it. Tomorrow we march to the tower, and the dweller will scare your village no more. Okay, you're still there. Delicious piranha. Local fish of the village lake. Red snapper, vicious, flesh eater, will tear anything apart it minions. Tasty! Sounds right. Green snapper, harmless, but tastes like a dung. Weird as fruits. Red gourd, very bitter, cures stomach aches. Spotted gourd. Seeds are good for insomnia or if someone needs to be sedated. Yellow short gourd. Flesh tastes bad, but seed work well as a sweet spice for drinks. Got my nose. A traitor Tisa. He and Kula have been thick as thieves in all the last votes. Just this, and then one more basket of gifts to deliver to the Sentinel, and I am done. I hope that little nut enjoys what I give him. Gifts to deliver from each guardian. Juice, honey, tasty fish, lots of eggs. And then keep consisting of 2 parts. Stone knife. Yes, first he asked us to bring him all the shiny playstones for children. That was weird. Now he's demanding fruit juice from me. He's a difficult sentinel to please. And we're back here, okay. Okay. Again with the idol. Burial urns. Are you not afraid looking at the dweller all the time? What if it looks right back and steals your flesh? Do you think these ancient sentinel bones will protect us? The tower dweller cannot act from so far away. I have been staring at it all night and nothing has happened. We need only be wary if the tower dweller moves. Then we should run to the village and warn the sentinel. Stone spear, a wooden cooper's pots. Large door that has been forced open. A few dried fish. It's empty. Declare of juice. Gas of honey. Window is simple, a simple opening on the wall. Glass. Stone. I missed something. I was doing my morning meditation when I heard the noise. Poor boy, it does indeed seem that the dweller does not look kindly on those who wish to confront it. Now we need another sentinel. We have been punished by the tower dweller. This is its revenge. It has turned our new sentinel to bones and escaped by its power of flight. As I ran here, I did not notice it fly away while you were forcing down the door. Could it still be here, or is it long gone? First, just minutes ago, we knocked on the door and there was no response. Second, we became worried as Subiri and I forced it open. Third, the room was empty but for the sentinel's skeleton. Finally, then you started arriving. Rat is breathing and appears to be deeply asleep. Aww, Ippy rat. Have eaten fish. A return pot of honey. A return jug of fruit juice. Well then. A human skeleton. This is impossible. The prince bolted the door from the inside after his last gift arrived, and Yayan and I stood guard the whole night in shifts. Well, apparently you didn't do enough. Hey sister, look what I caught. The snapperfish hid a shiny in its mouth. I have a new playstone. You have a good sleep. I left before you woke up to get the best fishing spot. I am well, brother. I hope Tisa learned his lesson and Bod will leave me alone now. Well, about that, he's like fucking dead. Okay. For the murder. Which canon plan to send which gift? Okay, start with this one. Redcore is very weak to stomach is. Leshta is bad, but seas work well as the sweet spice for drinks. Someone needs to be sedated. With a spotted cord. Not sedative. No, now that I think about it. Could it be the fish? Or wait, the honey. Okay, yeah, it was the honey. The juice. Thanks me for the murder. Could it be? Because it has to be weeks ago, so we'll just steer now. And put it out only the last 3 meetings, so that's probably T-second mini. And then hours before the murder, that's probably here. Has to be her. So cool again. No. Wait, it's ours. None of you have anything, right? No. Something I was doing my morning meditation with nose. That's the ring that he was wearing. Could it be? Because it's the only other person that probably was there. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Actually, half cube. Half cube. Okay, yeah, that should have been the clue. It was mostly the fact that, like, you know, she was on the area, which feels a little sus. Well, we know that you would have delivered the fish. And you would have been third. Juice and honey. So juice was the first, and honey was the second, I assume. Like, it's an order. So that would make it... would be delivering the juice. And Lava would be delivering honey. Oh god. Oh god, I'm so sorry. That's... Oh, god damn it! I am so sorry. That's my headphones. That was my headphones fucking up. God, this is not a good day for me. This is one of those days. Okay, honey. And then... he mentioned that the last thing that he was gonna get was Cecilia, and it has to be the last of the guardians who had to give it to her, to him. If he was only given a sedative, then the skeleton is fake. Okay. Well, with that solved. This is Tisa's, really. Probably. Yeah, he had been sedated with him. After the murder, Sentinel. I became really, well, afraid, clearly, of the Tower Dweller. No, it has to be Laomata. Like, she's the one who wanted to preserve the entire thing the most. Like, who didn't want to go to war and whatnot. So it was ancient practice. Yeah, it has to be the Sentinel's Lodge. There was an extra basket, right? That's why I'm thinking this. There's 4 there. There's 2. Yeah, no, it has to be one of the baskets. Afterwards I murdered. Probably hid in another basket. Oh, and then they threw his body to the lake, which, yeah, those are piranhas, so it explains what the kid found the ring. Oh, you know what, that makes perfect sense. Laomata promised Sahelia that she would hide in the basket to speak to the prince at night and convince him to leave Sahelia alone. Instead, Lavu killed the sedated prince and threw his body in the lake for fish to eat. Then she placed the stolen skeleton in his bed and hid in the basket again. Once the body was found and more incredulous villagers arrived on the scene, she climbed out and joined everyone. Fair. Your actions endanger our commune, Subiri. I'm sorry, but we have to isolate you. Well, that sucks. Damaged stone pillar. The Gana bring God Bulbasaur. The Gana bring God Bulbasaur. Okay, be prom. The Gana Tresno. Turning Bridge. Oberon, what the blazes is going on here? You have more powers than mind reading. Bags filled with gold coins and gems. Contract from the beginning of the game. January 5th, 1742. What parties agreed to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island? Albert Clousley has rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables, and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Yeah, it's the same as the beginning. A pouch with tobacco and a pipe. Ah, it works. It's amazing. Do not dare follow us unless you want to witness more of my deadly powers. Albert, we're leaving. Let's fill with golden coins and gems. The golden idol. The same contract as before. A surgical kit. And a loaded pistol. Subiri, he would have killed me if it were not for you. I will be forever in your debt. Wooden cube. Another half of wooden cube. I may have paid dearly for that decision. What I have given him is the most dangerous device I know of. How dare you lay your hands on one of us? If I find you, I will kill you and take back what you stole. Get back, they may still attack us. Just let them leave. The most important thing is that nobody was hurt. We will deal with Labu later. No, stop him. You have no idea what you have done. I would have dealt with them. We could have continued to preserve our way of life with me as your protector. Geller, you have no honor. We saved your life and this is how you pay us. May those stolen riches be the ruin of you. I mean, he's gonna die, so it is gonna ruin him. Ultimately. It's okay, it's okay. Cut to initialize override. Beeper, beeper, beeper. It should tilt its head. Commands to destroy Terry, Tresno, Terry, Neep. Thank you, Sibiri. I have made note of these incantations. This old language is strange to me, but hopefully the council will agree to let you out of prison. The cube, wooden cube. It is 8:37 on the island. Who could have killed Tisa? It cannot have been the automaton. It does not move. I hope someone lets me out of here soon. It is very dull in this cell, but at least the agent visits me regularly. It is day 38 on the island. General has told me that Oberon Geller has arrived on the island. How did he find out that this place is linked to the myth of the Fountain of Youth? That man has no morals. I fear what would happen were he to get his hands on the Golden Idol. I mean, he literally, screwed your dad, so yeah. You say this was in the correct order, loud and clear. They are a special command in Old Lemurian that will grant you control of that entity so you can direct it to destroy itself. No longer will your village be hostage to this dark creature. Massive seemingly movable stone door. For bigger numbers, just multiply Basur. For example, Big Basur is 24. Have discovered an intact universal transfer device in the destroyed city of Xenopolis after the cleansing. However, the device is out of reach. I can operate it remotely. The ancient automaton has retained acute hearing. Our ancestors have been very cunning and implemented a number of restrictions. The automaton aims the device only the one who issues the vocal instruction. The device only to the one who issues the vocal instructions. It does not respond to commands given by a target below the age of 15. Well. Stop meddling. Only a new sentinel can keep me at bay. Stone knife, a piece of rope, a wooden cube. A rock for a hem is a rock well spent. You are a powerful magician. Perhaps you can indeed stand against the Tower Dweller. We desperately need help. It stripped the flesh from our last sentinel. We'll show you the way. At this point, I think it is worth trying. This man appears to possess strange powers. What do you think of these foreign visitors, Kula? Can we trust them? The good and bad questions. Good, can I help you? Bad, how does this work? It can be dangerous to be too curious. Bad, how old are you? Each villager is born under a different star, which grants a lifespan that can be shorter or longer. It is rude to ask an adult how old they are. That's weird, but okay. I cannot understand what you are saying. Your voice and your words are strange. Speak like a normal person. Child, that's rude. Hey stranger, what is that powder? Can I have some of it? Hey, will you be joining the villagers like the previous newcomers? A clay ball, a container with black powder, a dagger, a small ruby, a pipe, a coil of rope, the pouch with tobacco, very important, and our good old, the word that I'm looking for, contract, thank you. Ah, he's reading minds again. He did that to me on the ship and it gave me the creeps. A man should have the power to peer into another man's head. He's not doing that, I'm quite sure. A crayon, a card with a picture of a flower. This is a miracle, how could you know? Surgical kit, a loaded pistol, crayon, medical blank cuts, a card with a picture of a flower, and the contracts. See, this is your picture. Mind reading is just one of the many magical powers that I possess. Your so-called Tower Dweller will have no chance against me and my compatriot. So you just use fake cards, okay. Hilarious, my dude. Okay. see if we can solve this one first. Seems like the easiest one. Target. Speaker of the voice command, according to thank you. Stop destroy. So this is take matter lifespan. The other is give matter lifespan. And the other one is give tool. Okay. Well, from what we've heard, the character speaking, she found the golden idol. It could only be used by voice command that we know of. And it could target only the speaker of the voice command for some reason, which means that she probably created the entire myth of the Tower Dweller. Tower Dweller. So for centuries, the villages, I guess? Oh, so take the take target, or rather matter lifespan. Command. And then she gets to steal their lifespan for who knows how long. Lifespan. Makes sense. What a dick. Okay, so the foreign visitors into the tower and destroy the Tower Dweller. So they were given riches from the fact that they had all of those bags filled with gold and shit. And had... Oh, she grabbed it. Okay. They give tool command and had obtained the golden idol, and that's why they were able to grab it in the first place. Yajan is the only one who seems to... No, not even Yajan. They mentioned that he visits. Yeah, Yajan is the one who visits, so it was probably him who... release him. And they follow the celebrity pictures. Okay. And then in a tunnel. How much stone? The golden idol. The stone pillar. To try and kill those guys. I assume Jajan is the one who disarmed her. He grabbed the golden idol and then right over and probably took her as a hostage. That's cooler. As we surround the golden idol. And over and destroy the bridge to be able to actually escape with the idol. Oh boy, my brain. When Lavo Mata discovered that Subiri knew the override code, she quickly went to the tower and, instead of giving the self-destruct command, instructed the ancient Lemurian automaton to give the golden idol to her. Subiri want you to replace Mata in the council and share your knowledge with the village. He's becoming too powerful. Perhaps I should stop him before it is too late. But wait, he can read my mind. He already knows I have these thoughts. I have no choice. I have to act now. And that's how he got killed. I mean, makes sense. He got just thrown out. Yeah, because this is the island at the very beginning of the case of the Golden Iron. Well, he throws Clotsley throws Oberon. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So technically everything was Oberon's fault. And then Edmund was a piece of shit, because nobody likes Edmund. But primarily it was Oberon's fault for most of the storyline. You know what? Fair. That was fun. That was nice. I still need to get I don't know if I would call it a sequel because it's not a direct continuation, but it's also called Rise of the Golden Idol, so it's probably partially related. It's the same depths. But we're not gonna do that now. But yeah, this was fun. This was entertaining. This was pretty good. But now we can do something else. And I should probably go get myself some coffee, so let's see what we're gonna play. And I'll open whatever it is, and then we can actually go and do the thing where I get my coffee, and then we can actually play. And again, I'm so sorry about my headphones. I really should change them. I really should do something about the fact that they disconnect like that. Let's see. What do I wanna? What do I wanna entertain myself with for the next 2 hours? Well, less than 2 hours technically. Good question. Excellent question. Me.